let's talk about one of our most popular events at ICC, the Build-a-Thon. Kent, you happen to have been involved in all of the Build-a-Thons. You've contributed your musical talents to the Build-a-Thons. I think you're perfectly suited, and your humor, of course. You're perfectly suited to do a short recap of previous Build-a-Thons and talk about this year's Build-a-Thon and how it's going to be different. So over to you, Kent.
Yeah, thanks, Don. It kind of all started back in 2018. As a company, we were about to release the Perspective module. So a new, web mobile responsive solution to HMIs and dashboards and all that. And we thought, this is really innovative. It may be a tough sell. We need to do something exciting to get, people interested in this module, to get them to believe that it can do everything that they need it to do. And so we thought, what if we took Travis and Kevin, the two co-directors of sales engineering, we put them head to head, and we had them see who could build the coolest project in 1 hour using this new Perspective module. And we thought, that's going to be really exciting. But, we also thought, just watching people develop for 1 hour, maybe that is not as exciting as we think it is. And so, we added musical numbers, we added all kinds of entertainment into this, and we ended up calling it the Build-a-Thon. And we kind of thought that was going to be a one and done thing. Just we do a Build-a-Thon for one ICC, show off the Perspective module, and then we'll figure out something different for the next year. But it turned out to be a wild success, and it was heavily requested to come back again the next year. And that actually worked out well for us, because the next year, 2019, we had another big announcement that we wanted to do, which was the Ignition Exchange, a free open repository of pre-built resources for the Ignition platform that people can just go download and use in their projects, and that are not just delivered from, are not just added by inductive automation, but that it's community driven. The integrators and users can upload their own resources and share them with the whole Ignition community. And so round two, Travis and Kevin had a rematch. And while Travis won the first year, Kevin won the second year. There's a battle for the ages, and we announced that Ignition Exchange was a lot of fun. Coming into 2020, COVID-19 hit. We ended up not doing the Build-a-Thon last year. We thought, maybe we'll pick that up again someday, but it's tough to deliver that content online. People want to watch it live, and some of the biggest feedback we got last year from the Build-a-Thon, or from the whole ICC experience, was people said, "Where's the Build-a-Thon? We want the Build-a-Thon back." So even though this year we're still just online, we wanted to make sure that we could deliver some Build-a-Thon content, that we could live stream that, and we had to go bigger than ever. And so rather than having Travis and Kevin just go head to head again, we actually decided to reach out to the community. And so this year, two of our top integrators, Vertec and Flexware Innovation, are facing off for the Build-a-Thon belt. And so it's exciting because Travis and Kevin couldn't truly stay away. They are going to be acting as coaches this year, providing color commentary. And of course, back by popular demand, I'll be returning as MC. There may or may not be some additional musical entertainment. So definitely stay tuned and come to watch that. It'll be a little different this time around. It'll be kind of broken up into two parts. The first part is that we're giving the integrators a month of development time right before ICC to develop and test some Ignition resources, which they will bring to the Build-a-Thon. And these are just not complete projects. They're just individual Ignition resources. And for the second part, they'll get to use those pre-built items and any Exchange resources that are publicly available to pull together that project, that application live during the Build-a-Thon. And rather than having them both build the same thing, Vertec is going to be building a next-gen dashboard, while Flexware Innovations will be building a next-gen HMI. All of this will be live streamed from Folsom, California. And through the viewing platform, we're going to have real-time voting. So the audience will once again get to choose the winner. And so with that, let's talk a little bit about these competitors and how they're getting ready for this epic matchup. And so from Vertec, we have Chris McLaughlin, who you heard from a little bit earlier. He will be acting as the coach. And then their champion for Vertec will be Ryan Crownover. From Flexware, we have Scott Whitlock, who you heard from earlier, who will also be coaching. And then his champion is Reese Tyson, who will be competing. And so we have some questions for you. starting with Vertec, I wanted to ask, can you talk a little bit about what it means to be in the Build-a-Thon this year and the idea of having integrators compete rather than just Travis and Kevin? And so, yeah, Team Vertec, starting with you.
Yeah, Kent, thanks for asking. At Vertec, we put a premium on providing world-class solutions, and Ignition is a huge component of what makes that happen. And so for that to be recognized and seen in the community is just honoring and humbling. It's big shoes to fill to go up on stage in under Travis's name and banner of Team Travis. We also know that there's a huge community of integrators who use Ignition in the exact same way we do to just deliver on world-class solutions. And so to participate in the competition with Flexware, representing the entire community, really fits into the story of Ignition continuing to thrive as a community-driven platform. And so we think it's just going to be a whole lot of fun and a great addition to the conference.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. And going to Team Flexware, same questions. What does it mean to you guys to be part of the Build-a-Thon, and your thoughts on integrators competing for the first time?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's just what Ryan said. It's to be following the performances of the previous competitors of Travis and Kevin. It's a big task and really a bit humbling. It means a lot to be named Integrator of the Year last year, and now being able to participate in this competition, it's kind of just cherry on the top. So it's been a fun ride really the last couple of years, and very excited to be continuing that success and competing in this competition. And I would add that I think, sharing the competition with the community is a great way to get other viewpoints and creative applications of Ignition. And that's not to detract from what you guys at IA have put out by any means. I love the innovation and the variety of the new things, that were put on display at the previous Build-a-Thons, but I feel that involving integrators in the community allows Ignition to be showcased in a great different light, and really excited to see what the competition fosters in the community.
Absolutely. And it's fun listening to how civil you guys are being and talking about the community and the shared experience for all. But I also know that both of you are looking at dominating competition and winning this for your team. And so, Team Vertec, what's your approach to win this thing and to build this next-gen dashboard? Obviously, without giving away any secrets.
Yeah, Kent, our plan to win this competition is really simple. We're going to build an exchange resource that truly is a next generation dashboard that people can use and adopt quickly in any industry. So whether you're an end user looking to wow people within your organization, or you're an integrator, you're going to be able to wow your customers, because we're going to do this with a whole lot of style. So the whole industry needs to just buckle up and reimagine what it means to build a dashboard.
All right. Team Flexware, you going to take that? How are you guys going to win this thing, and what's your approach for building the next gen HMI?
Well, to say this competition is civil is kind of not accurate, but the approach kind of for ours is, with the next gen HMI, is really to create something that is revolutionary in this space across any application or industry, whether that's food and bev, pharmaceutical, water, wastewater, personal, playground at home. It's going to be a game changer. The resource we're bringing to the table is born out of feedback that I've personally gotten when talking to the Ignition community or out on customer exploration type trips. It's going to be an incredibly useful tool, and something that everyone will want to download and use. And I think in addition to providing the best exchange resource to date, really we wanted to put on a show for the community. So we're cranking up the entertainment value to a whole nother level. And I'll just put it this way: this is something that you will absolutely do not want to miss out on this year.
I would just say we already know what Vertec's building because we're sniffing out their computers, and we've already got a pretty good understanding what their next gen dashboards are.
Team Vertec, you can go and work with Mr. King on security over there. No, but so
he got our honeypot, so he knows what he thinks we're building.
There you go. Awesome. Well, I mean, in the same spirit, in the same vein, Team Vertec, any parting words of warning for your opponent here?
Yeah, Reese, Scott, Flexware as a whole, just watch out. We've got two keys to success. innovation and execution. And also, we're Team Travis, the OG Build-a-Thon champion team. There's just no way anything's going to get in our way.
This is Scott, Ken. I would just say, in
go
all
ahead.
seriousness, we've had a lot of fun working with Chris and Ryan. And, the entertainment value Reese mentioned is serious. We're having a lot of fun to the buildup of this, but, we're even collaborating outside of the Build-a-Thon on best practices within our businesses, and really want to credit Inductive Automation and the community for bringing us together in this capacity as competitors, but we're finding a lot of value in the friendship as well.
Well, perfect. I'm glad that we've been able to bring together Vertec Flexware as frenemies, and we think it'll be highly entertaining to watch them go head to head during the Build-a-Thon. Certainly not something that you're going to want to miss. So
After Ryan's words, I feel like I need to say something about him.
tell us about it, Reese.
Well, I mean, he mentioned Team Travis, but really Team Kevin has the leg up on the competition this year because we're the most recent winner of the Build-a-Thon, and that went to Team Kevin. So we definitely have the momentum going for us. And I would just say to Ryan and Vertec, I know you guys have put us on some great stuff, and I'm not discounting that, but I'm confident in my abilities and our abilities at Flexware, and I'm interested to see if they can step up their game and provide some worthy competition to the Integrator of the Year award winners of last year.
There you go. I think we're all excited to see that.
I just want to throw this in because I see a question here, and it actually goes your direction. You kind of slid over the subject of entertainment value and music, but there's a question here from Philip here, says, any new music videos from Kent and the Ignition 8 for this year? Sure would be great. So I just happen to know that we had a meet and greet at the company last week in our parking lot, and the Ignition band did a whole set. You've taken it to a whole new level, so there's no pressure on the music video side. I'm just saying there seems to be some interest. So I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Don. And we did the IA band did get back together, and we had some discussions internally. They overrode my decision on the name. We are no longer Kent and the Ignition 8. We are the IA Department of Funk, and we are indeed. And let's just say I can't make any announcements or anything about the entertainment for the Build-a-Thon, but let's just say it wouldn't really be a Build-a-Thon if we didn't have something musical that was going to go down. So stay tuned and be excited.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Well, sounds good. So yeah, we're excited to see who wins this year, Team Vertec or Team Flexware. As was alluded to, the real winners of this are really going to be all of you, because the things that they build, both ahead of time, the resources they build, and their actual final projects will all be uploaded to the Ignition Exchange so that you can leverage those and use those for your future projects. And that kind of leads us into our next topic, which is, just like last year, we are holding another Ignition Exchange Challenge as part of ICC. And so we are calling on the entire Ignition community in the US and internationally to upload their most creative resource to the Ignition Exchange by the end of this month. Because at the end of August, we're going to take a look at all the new resources that have been uploaded, and we will choose the most innovative resources and give them a shout out during ICC, and we'll feature them prominently on the Exchange after the conference. And so to enter this Exchange Challenge, all you need to do is upload a resource publicly to the Exchange before the end of this month, August, and we'll consider any resource that has been uploaded since ICC 2020. So if you've already uploaded something in the last year, you don't need to go and re-upload that, or it's already submitted, it's already in for contention. So that's it. There's nothing else to do. And if you needed one more reason to enter, every developer who submits a resource between last year's ICC and the end of August 2021 will get a free custom designed Exchange T-shirt. Got these, I already got mine because I've submitted a resource to the Exchange as well. And it's a good quality shirt, so be excited. And so this whole thing, it's an offer you can't refuse. We look forward to seeing you and your latest and greatest resource